We're talking about fried rice. It's the Enola Gay and the atomic bombing of Japan. Today's motivated moments in history. In 1938, two German chemists discovered nuclear fission, and two other German dudes led a detailed explanation of their studies, which made the development of an atomic bomb a theoretical possibility. With fears forming regarding the Nazi development of a nuclear weapon first, the U.S. was prompted to conduct its own research in late 1939. This progress was slow at first until a report was made by some British committee in late 1941, which indicated that only 5 to 10 kilograms of isotopically enriched uranium-235 were needed versus the originally hypothesized tons of natural uranium in a neutron moderator. I sound like a fucking genius. So in 1942, the Manhattan Project was out of its 3-year infancy and into full operational mode. It was called the Manhattan Project not because of some secret name or some weird chemical math type shit, but because it was in Manhattan. When the atomic bomb was in its construction process, the U.S., with help from other nations, set up sites across the U.S. and Canada. In 1945, the U.S. conducted what was known as the Trinity Test, which an atomic bomb was detonated in a desolate military location about 120 miles south of Albuquerque. The bomb produced a massive penis-shaped mushroom cloud spanning about 40,000 feet across and had the explosive power equivalent to 21,000 pounds of TNT. With the successful test results, the project reported to the president they were now prepared to slay some motherfucking bodies! Nuking Japan wasn't the preferred course of action, but after firebombing 67 Japanese cities and coming to the conclusion that the only other course of action was to amphibiously invade Japanese soil, which would cost the U.S. an estimated 2.65 fuckload squared on top of the already 1.25 million military and civilian casualties, which already incurred in the war by the U.S. alone, the move to head towards a nuclear strike was set in motion. The U.S. dropped leaflets all across major cities of Japan, but the imperial government, along with the U.S. bombing raids, destroyed all but 6% of the pamphlets that were warning Japanese population of the impending doom. The Japanese leadership accepted the U.S. threat as truthful, but due to ignorance and a false sense of brashness developed by subconsciously compensating for their tiny genitals, possession of this propaganda was made unlawful for any Japanese citizen. On August 6, 1945, 12 dudes hopped on a B-29 bomber named the Enola Gay and headed up in the air, all majestic-like with a nuclear bomb in tow. They flew over Hiroshima, dropped the bomb, and then put that sumbitch into warp speed and unasked the AO. That morning, a Japanese broadcasting corporation found that they lost communication to Hiroshima. Then a Japanese railroad department realized it too. And then everybody started to call anybody they knew in Hiroshima, but no one answered. So the Japanese military general guy ordered one of his staff members to fly to Hiroshima and survey the possible damage. No one in the imperial staff thought the U.S. would be successful in a devastating airstrike. But as a staff member flew near Hiroshima and saw a big-ass mushroom cloud lingering above the freaking earth, they realized they made a huge-ass mistake. They promptly came to the conclusion that they were the first ever victims of a nuclear strike in the history of the motherfucking universe. The Japanese toll was 66,000 dead and another 69,000 wounded. That's 135,000 people dead or wounded from a single piece of ammunition. The U.S. publicized the successful use of the bomb 16 hours after its detonation. President Truman called for the Japanese surrender, but they refused. He gave them 4 days and even warned them that another bomb was coming, but those determined bastards refused. So on August 10th, the Enola Gay flew once again, but this time over Nagasaki, and dropped another bomb, this time killing 39,000 people and wounding 25,000. After the second strike, the U.S. officially won the world's largest dick competition and told the Japanese emperor that a third bomb was on its way. Finally, that dude gave up. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki have been frowned upon by many across the globe as being overly excessive. You know, I disagree with that. If Japan was like, dude, you win, okay, got it, like after the first bomb, then maybe being excessive would be an argument, but it's not. Their refusal to surrender after the first bomb not only voided out any argument regarding it being excessive, it also made the second bombing imperative. In fact, Every August 6th and August 10th, I toss some freaking sushi rolls in a microwave just so I too can participate in nuking some freaking Japanese. With 199,000 casualties to its credit, the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki will forever be the greatest wartime achievement in body count versus ammo conservation in world history. It has also inspired millions of high school dorks to keep on studying and doing that smart guy stuff so they too can develop and create some genocidal nuke type shit for the good old US of A. And that, kids, is your motivated moments in history.